touchdown! Hey, it's Wrestling Hero Figs. Seth freaking Rollins. Kingslayer. Let's just call him Kingslayer, right? Because this is what it's based on. This is when he slayed the king. Wait, was it a king? No, it was Triple H. It was the Cerebral Assassin. WrestleMania. Love this. I love this attire. And you guys, I mean, obviously, if you're familiar with the customs, this was definitely one of the favorites from 2017 for sure. I'm not even going to compare it because I'm going to tell you this right here. This figure, I can already tell you by a mile, I'm a big fan of it. There's really no comparison from what Mattel did versus Mattel. And if you are curious, if you are wondering on the overall quality of the custom that I made, it's on the channel. Go on there. Pretty sure it's fairly recent. We did a custom figure collection, so it's definitely on there right there. Here are the figures available in the set, right? Baron Corbin. I want to take a look at Mr. Corbin. Ty Dillinger, Jeff Hardy, Shinsuke, and Scotty 2 Hottie, right? So cool. It was impressive. I got to say, I was definitely impressed that he made a quick recovery. We all thought that Rollins was going to miss WrestleMania, but nope, he was there, and he was there with this torch, right? This is basically very similar. You could call this like, let's take a look at that art piece right there. There he is. There's the man prepping backstage to take on the Cerebral Assassin, right? The Mr. Triple H. Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Who's Hunter Hearst Helmsley? That's Triple H's name. Yeah, I know, right? Well, it's not his real name, but that's what basically Triple H stands for. Interesting fact, right? Some of you may not know that. If you do, that's awesome. That means you've been watching wrestling long enough, because it's been a while since they called him Triple H. And I know we're talking a lot about Triple H, but come on, this is what this attire for Rollins is based on. He only wore this, yes, he wore it at WrestleMania, and I'm pretty sure that he also wore it the night after Mania. It was the Raw after Mania, and I could be wrong, but I'm almost 100% positive. But let's take a look at the accessory first right here. This is sick, man. This is cool. They could have done a little bit better job on the shading of the flame, but at least, look, they used two colors. They didn't just use one. You're getting some nice yellows, and it's like a orange going into a red towards the tip. It's mainly orange. What am I saying? Cross them right. I was wishful thinking that there was some red towards the end, because that's basically how the flame, when you start a flame, right, when you start a fire, that's kind of like how it starts out. It's yellow in the beginning, and then it changes color. On the top right there, it's got this nice little gold piece right there that basically holds the thing. Does it come apart? No, it doesn't. So right there, it also comes with a handle right there, and it's telling you where did they make the handle? China, of course. Come on, all these figures are made in China. We all know that. This right here, this vest, one of my biggest fears. Okay, I knew that they were going to make this attire. There was no doubt in my mind that they were going to make this attire. But my biggest concern was, were they just going to paint on the design or actually sculpt it? And they definitely sculpted. Look at this. This is nuts. Like yes, feathers. They're definitely, yeah, I would definitely, I mean, that's basically what they're like, gold feathers, right? They're all around the SR logo. And right here, this basically resembles like a knight shield right there, right? Because, I mean, that's basically what the whole name behind it, Kingslayer. Let's take this off. Now, the one thing, and I already knew, like, from when I saw it, like, oh, man, they did not do this with the Elite as well. Do you guys remember the basic? If you don't remember the basic, because this was released in the WrestleMania basic line, it's fairly recent. They painted the belt black. Oh my gosh. Okay, they did sculpt it, so thank you. Very thankful for that. The belt was not black. It was the exact same color as that we're seeing right here on the side design. It's like a grayish silver. So that, oh man. The legs too. Okay, the legs are actually looking bigger, to his previous Elites. So that's good, because I know one of the biggest things people were talking about was getting this right on Rollins. So I guess that's awesome. And okay, so that's really the only point that I can take away from this figure. Okay, I'm ranking this already, and I know we still have yet to we'll take a look at the kick pads. So even on the kick pads too, we're seeing the feathers right there. Again, on here, on the kick pads, they just painted it on. So that's the only shortcut that they took. I still can't take away too much from that, mainly because of the fact that, look at this. Look at these feathers. Okay, this figure, I'm already ranking it a 10. Okay, and I know I'm taking a point away because of the belt. But had this belt actually been the accurate color, this would have been a solid like 11 for me. And I know I'm going past the 10 mark. Some figures will definitely do that for me for sure. Rollins, the Kingslayer, Seth freaking Rollins, definitely. I love this figure. I do. This is such an incredible figure, like this vest. Oh, geez. When I made the custom, yeah, I definitely didn't go out of my way to make this. So it's nice to have this in the collection for sure. I think that other Rollins, I think what I'll end up doing is they're going to have a battle royal, man. They're going to have a battle royal between the WrestleMania basic and the custom because they're going to have to fight a spot for sure in the collection because this right here, oh, dude, you're going next to Elite Series 45. That 45 is still one of my favorite Rollins. Here's Baron Corbin. That's basically that's the look he gives you. He's like, man, why, why me? Like Vinny, I thought you were gonna do something with me, man. And we all thought that. We all thought Baron Corbin was gonna actually do something with that Money in the Bank, right? So we're getting that Money in the Bank briefcase. We're getting that shirt, that Lone Wolf, right? Let's get this out. And Vinny's like, why did I? what does Trey call him? Garbage court? Or yes, Oh, I forgot to cut it. Jeez, come on. What was I thinking? We got to cut this. We can't just, or did I already cut it? Maybe this one's just really in there. Normally they come out a lot easier. Trey just hates this man with a passion. And I don't think he hates him. I think it's just like, not one of his favorite wrestlers. There's the look, man. He's like, dude, you should have just joined the Perfect 10 Club because that's Ty Dillinger right there. You got to collect all of them to basically put this together, right? You should have just joined the 10 Club. No, you don't want to join the 10 Club either because that man ain't doing nothing either. Man, these guys, at least Corbin, these two figures in the set, and Ty Dillinger, come on. At least give him a shot, at least mid-card, right? Put him in like a IC, US title, US, sorry. Thinking of Raw too much. Thinking about Rollins still, about that figure. There's the Money in the Bank briefcase. We have gotten this style of blue before. Okay, we've gotten several. We've gotten red, we've gotten gold, blue, and okay, the one thing that I am noticing from the previous Money in the Bank briefcase is the WWE logo. Because the last time we got this briefcase, it did have the old scratch logo, and they also open up. So you can put something special in there, right? What do they carry? That was always one of my biggest things. I know in the actual playset one that you can buy at Toys R Us, you can actually put your figures in there. If you haven't checked that out, go to your local Toys R Us. They got them. Here's Baron Corbin. And the different style attire. So it's not like, let's just throw a shirt on there and hopefully they still buy this, man. Do people still want to buy this in the Elite line? Sure. Because the one thing that I did notice when I saw first images of this was the design on the pants. Let's take a look at the previous Elite. You see how okay, they did sculpt on some designs on the previous Elite, but with this, they just went crazy with it. Like, look at this. There's that lady garment style design right there and all of these stitches, kind of very similar to what Braun Strowman. I really hope, and I know that they're not going to do it with Elite Series 58, but I hope in the future when we get another Braun Strowman, they do this because they went out of their way to do it with Baron Corbin. Why can't they do it with Strowman, right? Because this is kind of like what Braun Strowman does with his pants. He does all of these stitches. Over here we got some nice little stud designs. So a lot going on in the pants. For sure, really nice. Definitely a lot more than the previous. I mean, again, this is based on NXT, so that's basically what's going on. Now, the one thing I will say, I know I said it with this figure when we reviewed it, but the thing that bothers me is the torso choice, and I think that's the reason why they're like, what could we do? Let's throw in this shirt. He did come with an entrance vest in the previous Elite. I also have the very similar style of shirt. For the life of me, I can't find it in my fodder bin. I think that's the reason why they included the shirt. It was just like, well, we're not going to update the torso, right? Because when it comes to budgeting, see, I don't work in Mattel, I don't work for Mattel, but I understand how everything works. Hold on, let's take a look at the tattoos first. The tattoos are definitely on point, for sure. Look at this. Wow, that is nuts. So that's one thing that I always loved about Baron Corbin figures, is that with the tattoos, they definitely captured it, for sure. Look at this. A lot of bright colors. Honestly, I can't make out a lot of the stuff that is on this man's arm. I mean, this is definitely a lot of tribal stuff. I know these are wings. These are it almost looks like the man cut off his wings, right? So even on the arm right there, there's PA. If you go to, WWE, they got some kind of channel on there where they talk about tattoos. So if you're really curious what's going on, go check it out. They'll tell you. Baron Corbin has been on there. AJ Styles has been on there. Let's put the shirt on him. See what the man looks like with the shirt. This is almost like a tank top. I feel like, at least that's what I'm picking up from. No, it's definitely more like a tank top. You see how the neck area is sitting kind of low? I feel like it's more like this. Or did Ring Bling, was it Ring Bling? I can't remember who I bought the shirt from. I feel like it should be more like this as opposed to what Mattel did. Still nice. I mean, again, you're masking that inaccurate torso choice. Great figure though. I mean, Baron Corbin. Let's hope 2018. I'll still let you hold the Money in the Bank briefcase. After all, you did win it. It's just unfortunate that you didn't do anything with it, but that's all right. Maybe Rollins could tell you a thing or two. I can't even talk about Rollins. They're not doing anything with the guy either. Until next time, everybody.